let's start at the profile because there's some basic things that, it sounds like you've figured out how to turn on social media auto posting, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Everybody should do that. And like you, right now, I'm at the office profile, so it's showing that. But every agent should have all those connected, and the listing should be copy and pasted so that this information is in this box, and then just
Okay.
customize. That's that part. What are you doing for CRM?
We have it's lead street, so it's not one a year.
And do they have a lead forwarding email?
Don't. I tried to tried to talk to them to get that information, and they do not have that at this time.
Okay, that's not great, but okay. Do they have an API?
I don't believe so. So she sent me a list of the ones that they do work with.
Mm-hmm.
And there was only like three or four.
Mm-hmm.
So wasn't a ton.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you chat with them again, you might ask them, do they have an API that we can map to?
Okay.
And then we'll
okay.
do that. So those are the things like CRM, auto posting, just in case you do have on preferences, if any of your agents have Zillow reviews,
mm-hmm.
You'll need to check this box right
Okay.
here, and it will look. So if an agent does this, it will match. It will look at that email that's on their profile, and if it's the same email that's in their Zillow platform, then we'll just auto sweep their review to our tools. Okay, and that's cool because they look good and they're right there and things like that.
Yeah.
That's kind of the only thing. There is a section here called lead links, and we set this up at the office level. Okay, or actually, no, we didn't even set it up. You set it up. So what is your the website address for your office?
It's remax-united-mi.com.
Okay. So this is what I would do, and I'm going to do this right now. This is part of setup, but each agent can do this as well. So we'll talk about this for a second. So I'm setting up lead links, and every agent has a lead links thing here, right? So what are the top 3 towns? And notice I clicked this green button up here that says lead link, add lead link. What are the top 3 towns for your business?
Rockford, Grand Rapids, Cedar Springs.
Okay. I'll explain to you what this is in a second. Control C. And I'm going to check these boxes, and that's going to make these. We call these lead links. Oh, that's really weird. Yeah, that's really not good. It's weird how when we set it up, because you're coming from Remax, it's kind of broken. So there's free home values. So this is essentially a broken link, but this is what every agent should do in their setup.
Okay.
These links are going to accompany their account. Okay, meaning if we go to agents, and I'm gonna go to your profile real quick. Actually, if I go to Tracy's listings and I click on any listing, I might have to take an extra step, but let's just go look and see if it's going to be here. Let's go to single property website. Okay, so this free home values one is going to be a broken link. Oh no, it's weird. Okay, weird. That actually worked properly. Okay, that's weird because it's broken on the other side. The way that this should be, I'm going to go to profile, and if you make changes at the company level in the account, um, if I click this button down here, push content to active users, this pushes those links out. So I'm going to refresh this. And now you can see Rockford home for sale, Grand Rapids, right? And we do this because when people see your property, not everybody wants your property. They look real quick and they're like, yeah, it's, it's not the kind of home I want. But then you got a link over here that says Grand Rapids Homes, or in this case, it's Rockford Homes. So I click on Rockford Homes and now I'm on your site. So agents kind of want to take advantage of that if they have a website. If anybody's invested in their own website and want to drive traffic to their own website, it's good to kind of redirect those. But also, this is the more important thing. You see this free home values, which I'm surprised that it works here. That is connected to something down here. This is offering a free home value. Okay. And because this home is pending. If it was early stage, like just listed or active, we would always add this kind of graphic here. What's your home's potential sale price? Okay. We know, even though we're looking for buyers in an early stage, we also know that buyers often own a home.
Yep.
And so our call to actions are asking that question throughout, whether it's a virtual tour or whether in this case it's the same property website. It might even be on a flyer. It will be on a flyer. So we're always saying, hey, would you like your free home value? So as you're marketing homes, you can get more listings. But the point that I'm trying to tell you here is when the account is set up, those links are that home value link is the office one. It's the Kim Magini one. So if anybody, let's say you've got another agent and they put one of their tools out there and somebody fills this out, that lead's going to go to your office instead of to the agent. So the agent can log in themselves, or you can log in as them, and go to their landing page section. I'll do that right now. And in the landing page section, if I click the eyeball for free home values, this is going to be my personal home value.
So each agent would have that.
Each agent has that. You copy this link here, and then you go back to the account and you say, you know what, I want to go to my lead links. This out of the way. I want to go to my lead links and change out the company home value one. This one that says Kim Magini. Okay. And I want to click edit over here. And this is just really wonky. That's just really not good. I can't even edit. So this one I can click edit and I can edit it. This one, okay, now that works. Okay, free home values. And I could paste it in, right? And that's what every agent should do so that any of those leads for home values go back to them. Okay. And then I want to show you this, which is the ads piece. Now, there's kind of two things about ads. We have made it to where agents can log in and connect their ad account. Everybody, including you definitely should watch this 2-minute video. It just shows you, it's 20 seconds rather. It's like, click that button and it's going to continue as your name. And then the next thing is, what business pages do you want, right? So every agent should do that and then just click yes and done and then okay. Then it'll bring you back to listings to leads and you'll have these green buttons. So now you're ready to run ads. Okay.
So
Yes.
we probably do things a little bit different. So we currently now with CirclePix, every time there's a new listing, that it automatically posts to the agent account, posts to our company account, but then we boost it on our company account. They aren't boosting it on their pages.
Yeah. Okay. So what we were saying earlier, like the auto posting for you should be going, just to get apples to apples to CirclePix, the auto posting should go to the agent and it should go to the office, and then you could go boost that, right?
Yeah. Right.
But right now that's not happening. But there's something different here that we have that I don't think CirclePix has. And that is when you log in, I'm just going to talk to you about this as when you log in as the office.
Mm-hmm.
And you connect here and you connect as the office Facebook account. This gives you the ability to auto schedule, to just turn on one time, like, hey, every time I get a new listing and it's just listed, I want to run an ad for whatever your budget is, right? Maybe you say, I want it for $30 for 5 days, something like that. It will do that automatically, and it will run an ad automatically, so you don't have to go in and boost it or nothing like that. Also, I don't even know how boosting is working, what your settings are. We're using what's called lead ads from Facebook, which means that they're coming back with pre-populated phone numbers, the phone numbers that are in everybody's profile on Facebook.
Yes.
So that's a really great thing to do. And you as the office could say, hey, I want to do all of them, right? Every listing that's just listed, I want to bang it out. And I don't even want to touch it. I don't, and that's what it will do. Obviously, an agent can log in and connect and do the same thing. Okay. So that's the function.
But now are those leads, so an agent has a listing, we post it, are those leads going to come back to me, or are they going to go back to the agent?
They typically, I think by default, well, actually, it's a setting. You decide. Do you want them to go to you or the agent?
Okay.
Yeah. And so that's what the Facebook ad stuff is about, right? And so if an agent logs in and they run an ad and it's connected to their Facebook account, their personal Facebook account, and it doesn't sound like your agents do this, but if they did, those leads would go back to them by default.
Okay.
Yeah. But at the office, you have the choice. Do you want the leads to go to you or to the office? Or the agent or the office, right? So that's the kind of the last thing of setup, right? Get your Facebook ad account connected, get your social media auto posting connected, check your lead links, and if you got Zillow profiles, connect that, or I'm sorry, Zillow reviews, connect that. And if you have a CRM, well, we know the CRM story. So that's it.
Yeah.
That's really that part. Okay.
Okay.
So what I want you to know, though, is, it sounds like in your business model, you run an ad when something is just listed, right?
Just listed in open houses.
And open houses, okay. So when you set the settings, you can actually tell the system, I want all open houses and just listed. Now, one thing I would suggest, and maybe, this is when we do sold, like, is this property sold here already, or is it,
just pending.
Okay. So when you flip any of these to sold, if you have checked it on the ad section, we can, well, if you change it to sold, we're going to auto post it as sold. Right?
Okay.
But if you check the box on your ad setting, you could say, anytime I have something sold, I'm going to run a sold ad, and a sold ad gets listing leads. Okay, so you may not want to do that, but if you do, that's what it would do, right?
Okay.
Pending ads also, anything that's later stage, let me just click this button right here. anything that's like under contract, under deposit, accident, sold, or these are all later statuses, and we're looking for sellers. The call to actions are get your free home value. That affected your home value. Get your free home value. So you could do that one at a time, right, or whatever. But let's just concentrate on this one right here in Rockford, right, for Tracy. If this property, right now it's pending, so we won't mess with it. I want you to understand the most important tools, in case you don't know them, right? Well, Facebook ads is number one. Social media posts, which is auto-posted, is number two. The seller's social media is something that's really powerful, and it's something that most agents ignore. It's partly to do because we've made it so complicated to read the email, because we send this to the agent. You can also auto send it to the homeowner and copy the agent. And what that would be is it looks like this. It's instructions, and it says, hey, would you put this on your page, on like homeowner, would you put this on your Facebook wall so that we can have more people see it? Now this is pending, so it's not as compelling, right? But if it says, hey, our home is for sale, and the Tracy Rich team at Remax is doing all this hard work and selling it. If you click on any of this, it's got lead capture behind it. But more importantly for Tracy, if her client is putting this on their wall, well, now her client is telling all of her friends and family and colleagues that Tracy is her agent. And so this is designed more to get referrals, okay? So, and I'm going to show you one when it's sold, because the sold is a straight up testimonial. You should really be using this, and I would tell you, you should really be using this when it's just listed, when it's open house, and when it's sold. Those 3 times you should use it. And then I'll show you what they look like in a moment. There's an e-flyer for your sellers, sphere of influence. That's okay, but the social media one is really the big deal. This nearby homeowner letter is the number one tool that we create for capturing more listings. So, and you know, we got a lot of competitors, right? I think this is the strongest tool across the board in our industry. And let me just show you what it is. It's not like super sexy, or it's not artificial intelligence or nothing like that. It just says, hey, we've got a home for sale. Go to this website, find out about it, but that's going to affect your home value. So go here if you want your free home value, right? So,
but that's a matter of, we need to print those out and mail them.
That's
correct?
Right. That's right. Or door knock them, or put them in your little post if you have a street sign or something like that.
Okay. Or they could use them at an open house.
At an open house. That would definitely, a lot of our clients who have open houses door knock this before, right?
Yep. Okay.
And the only person who's going to take a physical piece of paper to their own computer and type in TracyRich.free home values are people really interested in their home value. And this letter is telling those people, I already know how to sell homes in your area. So you don't get like 50 leads or 30 leads or 100 leads like a Facebook ad. You might get 5 or 10. But these are really high quality listing leads, and you should really work on that. And that reminds me, are you in our mastermind group, Kim?
I am not, no.
Okay. We need to get you in there because that letter that I'm just telling you about, there's somebody is in the group just yesterday, the day before, saying, this is, I'll just show you. I mean, people are saying,
That's a Facebook group?
Yeah, it's a private group. We'll get there we'll get you in there in a moment. Let's see here. What's this? Hi. That can help with listings. Yeah. Anyway, right here. This guy's saying, I had a seller reach out to me from this letter last week. I listed a home for him, under contract immediately. He has 2 more rentals we're working on. So he's talking about that letter, and somewhere in these comments, I think this guy said, I've got 14 listings from that letter.
No.
Yeah, right here. Right. It's this guy. I got 50. Yeah, he goes, I think this letter is the best thing since sliced bread. I got like 15 listings from him. And many of our clients use that letter when it's just listed and when it's just sold, or when it's, open house and just sold, or things like that. And I'm going to show you this. It's in our group still. This guy came in last summer, and this is just, I could go on and on about this, but I want you to see one of the best things I have, and I'll actually send you an email with something on it. Oh, this is Chris here. Yeah. So this is new. Let's, sorry, it's right around here. Well, that's weird. Something changed on this search. Chris, this guy here, put a message in. He just moved to San Antonio, Texas, from out of state. And he basically came in and said, hey, I got 5 listings in my own neighborhood in 3 months. And I use that letter and I mail it out to anybody in my neighborhood who's owned their home for more than 5 years. So you get that from Remind or something like that. And he said, with that, he said, I've got 5 listings. And he said, I just moved into my neighborhood. So I don't have any name recognition. I just, yeah, here's another one right here. Yeah, it's kind of that video. But and what he says is, every time I do this, every time somebody responds to this home value page, he says, I reach out to them every week with a bomb, an email, something in the mail, or I drop off a letter or whatever. And that's how 3 months he gets 5 listings, right?
Is there one like that isn't when they already have a listing? Is there one where you could like farm to an area where you don't have a listing?
Yeah. And so when we go here to landing pages, and everybody should do this, and this is almost part of setup, and I forgot to mention this. So when every agent logs in, they have these 3 landing pages. But one is a generic home value. Everybody who there, and you want to create Property Valuation Plus is the name of our home value page. And just type in Rockford, right? And click create a landing page. And when you do this, it creates a home valuation landing page, right? And I recommend this is a generic looking page. It can work, but I wouldn't go with this. We'll give it a second. I wouldn't go with a generic look on this. Where there's a coffee cup in this, because you're kind of, you don't have any brands sometimes when you're putting this in front of people. But and I'll tell you, let me show you something here. Summit Diner. So when I set up an office in Summit, New Jersey, they came back to me after I trained their office and like, oh my God, we got so many leads and we're getting, because but the #1 home value landing page is the one with Summit Diner, right? This is a small town of 24,000 people. And what it really says is, hey, if you know Summit Diner, you know Summit, New Jersey, and I'm going to respond to you. So it's really establishing sort of trust there. You know what I mean? That you know there. So you just upload the image, find a good landmark of Rockford, then click advanced options and go to print marketing, and you can edit this by, and let me just show you. I'm going to download this, and this is going to have some really basic background picture. So you're gonna upload your own picture first, but you can edit these lines, right? Hey, this is the November sales for Rockford, and you might want to say, 50 homes sold last month, and the median was here and the high is here. Just a couple lines. So this is one page. This is what you use to farm when you don't have listings.
Okay.
Okay. You just want to make sure you customize that background picture.
Okay.
Okay. And so that's that there. Now, there's another thing that I didn't mention, but let's go back and just sort of finish talking about the listing side. Okay. So on the listing side, we talked about the core tools to create or to use. There are, you know, the eFlyer for your database. I don't even know if your CRM is going to be able to use this, but this looks very much like the print flyer we just looked at. It says, I've got a home for sale, and by the way, that's going to affect your home value. These are all clickable, right? The picture is clickable, the link is clickable. So if your CRM allows you to blast out emails, copy the code here.
Does do that.
It does do that. So copy the code here. At the office level, you know, every time you get something just listed or just sold, I would do it. If I was an agent with more than a couple hundred leads, I would be doing this once a week. And it doesn't matter what stage, people look at these, they click on them, and you're reactivating basically those leads sitting in your CRM, right? And then you'll notice that down at the bottom is your signature, which has all that lead gen that we were talking, those lead links, right? So there's just a lot of lead capture in this one eFlyer. Now we also have single property websites and virtual tours. There's an open house sign-in form. Your open houses may not be flowing in automatically, so please click edit on your listing and add the open house, and we're going to email a bunch of tools to you, and we're going to auto post to you. One of those tools is the sign-in form, which is
that will go to the. So if we were to post it on our end, that will go to the agent.
Yes. If you go enter the open house, those tools are automatically going to get sent to the agent. Okay. And when they get this tool, they should have their own iPad, or they should have their own, you know, whatever, laptop with Wi-Fi. And when people walk through, just say, hey, when you come back, would you just give us your feedback on this home? And there it is. And when those people fill this out, you can see they're going to get their name and email. We're going to send those people a mobile optimized virtual tour. And that virtual tour has a bunch of lead capture on it that they're going to capture leads from that as well. But right now, the agent's going to have that lead in their box just from filling the form out. And people love to give feedback. You know, it's kind of like the Yelp culture or whatever. So then you got listing flyers and you got postcards and door hangers. And if you're a blogger, we got blog stuff too, right? So that's all kind of what you need to be thinking of. At least get down to the nearby homeowner letter and in eFlyer for your database, and then use, you know.
So is there a way when you go to that listings page, to be able to see what was posted out there for like the Encanado court?
Well, okay, so
is there something that says, yes, this did get posted?
Oh, you have to click here on market listing, and you have to click on social media post, and it should show right here. And that thing that and your social media auto posting is not working properly. Otherwise, it would show right here where this blue box is.
It would say, so it would say that it posted as a new listing, it posted it as an open house.
Yeah, it would say it was posted this date, and it'll be right here, and there will be these icons right underneath it, and you can click on that icon and see the post.
Okay.
Now, for some crazy reason, and I would send this into the support team, this is ads. Oh, this is auto posting. Let me go look here. That might have been it right there. That might be that. Yeah. So if we go back to listings, This is the ad. This, it didn't auto post because it's kind of after the fact. But if you change,
it's past that.
yeah, if you change this to sold, it will auto post on sold, and then it'll be showing right here in this blue box.
Okay.
Okay. That's how it should work. If that doesn't work, then you gotta let
Okay.
me. But I
Well,
think
I'll watch for that.
Yeah.
I think she's got a new listing coming up this week, so
Okay. So
I'll watch for that.
Yeah.
The other question before I forget to ask you, is there a way for them to control the notifications that they get on the leads? Because well, one part of it, she didn't know. I had actually grabbed her computer. She was in a meeting, so I grabbed her computer, set up her account, did the post to Facebook and on one of her listings that she has, and within a couple of hours, she had like 24 leads.
Yeah.
On that. So she was getting emails, she was getting text messages.
Yeah.
And it got a little bit overwhelming.
Yeah. When you go to the agent details, this right here is telling us to send leads and tools. If you turn off leads and there is no auto connection to your CRM, I don't know what's going to happen to those leads. She would have to log in and go to her own leads page and start following up. And I kind of
she just wants to get one or the other. One, either get an email or get a text on that notification. She was getting both.
Okay. She's getting a text and an email. I might turn this into just getting tools and see if she gets. I would test this, Kim. Like, send the tools email. Honestly, I don't know why she is getting. This is her profile, and I don't see here where we would send text leads.
Okay.
So if I go to profile for you, for the office, yeah, I don't know why she's getting text leads. Yeah.
And it might have been, like I said, she didn't know I was setting it up, and all of a sudden her phone was blowing up.
Yeah, shit. Yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, hey, some of the agents, if they were getting that, it would drive them crazy. So I was just wondering if there was a way to control the notifications on those.
Yes. No. Hold on a second. What's going on? Oh, okay. There is not a way. I mean, you can change this to don't send me lead information, but I would test that with Kim's account, like just to have it send tools and then give her a lead and see what happens, right?
Okay.
And see how and see does she. I'm surprised that she's getting it via text because I don't see anything about text right here.
Okay.
Yeah. And if I go here
and then a second question in same thing. So the first time I set her up, she got like 24, 25 leads on that one, where I had just put the posting, I posted it myself, from her account, I posted it. And she got like 24 leads in 24 hours.
Yeah.
Now that Encanado court one, that one auto posted.
Yeah.
No leads. None. Is there something that maybe?
No, so one you did manually and the other went auto post and it didn't get much?
No, nothing.
Yeah, and it went to the same place, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so Give me a second. Let me see if I can figure it. So this Tracy Rich team. Oh, that brings me here. So that's weird. Okay. Facebook lead terms. Yeah. Oh, that's fine. When did that listing hit? Oh, Friday.
Friday, I think it was.
Yeah, Friday. Yeah. So, and when it hit, did it auto post as pending or did it auto post as just listed?
I thought it posted as a new listing first.
This is open house. That's the same home, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think this one just listed.
Yeah. Yeah, the just listed one.
But you notice how it says just listed here?
Yep.
And it says pending here?
Yep.
I don't know why that happened. Like,
I guess that might not be too, I mean, if it does do that, because now people know that it pended and it's not an active listing anymore.
yeah, and so when you do something which is well, to me this doesn't make sense. If it's just listed, this red thing should say just listed.
Oh.
And that's now, unless it's changing because right now it's pending, right? So I'm not quite sure why it's saying that. To me, this should say just listed, and in red it should say just listed. I don't think, yeah, that's really how it should. I don't know, but I do want to say, I'm not quite sure how she got 24 leads on one in 24 hours. But just so you know, it looks like you've got about 500 people following your page. And only 5%. What's that?
That's her page. That's her page.
And this is where it's auto posting to.
Correct.
Right? Only 5% of the people who follow this page will see her posts. It doesn't quite go out. You might think that 506 people are going to see her post. Only 5% are going to see it, which is like 20 people, right? That's just how Facebook works. It has nothing to do with if you do it by hand. Right. It's just how they, do that. So let's watch it a little bit. And then somebody sold a home here on the sale of your home, right? So this is cool, but you definitely want to see, like if I click on this, well, that's just the picture.
Just a picture.
Yeah. If you use our sold stuff, it's going to hang out. You're going to see all the cool stuff, and then you're going to get offered a free home value.
Okay. That was, so the goal with that the agents do is they go in and they do a post congratulating them on the sale of the house so that it pops up back in the memories a year later.
Yeah.
And that's more the intent that.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay. Well, let me just see if we've got, let's go back to your account real quick. Let's go to listings. And is there anything that says it's sold? So we don't have anything sold yet, right?
No, not since I set her up.
Yeah, when it's sold, go through those top tools that I showed you.
Okay.
Then you will see like, oh, we have to use these. Now, there's one more thing I want to talk about related to advertising. And you can't see it on your business profile because you're not there. But right here, it says, please read and accept the Facebook lead ad terms.
Mm.
So if you click here, and you're going to have to be logged in as the Tracy Rich team to click there and have it work, it takes you to this page on Facebook with just like a big text. It's like a big contract, and it's the TNC of Facebook. And at the top it says accept, and then you accept that, right? And that's Facebook's terms. And then there will be another button right here that says turn on retargeting. Do you know what retargeting is?
To go into a different group?
No. Let me log out of your account and let me log into mine and show you. So, you know, you're starting to see that you can capture leads from listings to leads, right?
Yeah.
And when you start getting the agents in, you're going to see that happening a lot. And lead capture is great. Our clients are excited by that. But what's actually more important than capturing leads is converting them and getting paid from the leads, right? So here I've got my account. This is my account, but I'm going to show you something that will be available when you turn it on. If we create an ad, and I can choose any property, right? I'll just say, here's my open house, and I create an ad. And not, like I said, you can do this automatically. But there's this thing down here that says retarget current leads. And when you turn on retargeting, that tells us, listings to leads, to go create a custom audience in your Facebook account. And what a custom audience is, it's like a spreadsheet, okay? And this has been available in Facebook for many years, and I would tell you that less than 1% of realtors know what it is. Less than 1% even know that it exists. But what it does is, let's say you were an agent and you bought like a bunch of leads from Zillow a couple of years ago, and you just got this big spreadsheet because you canceled. When you could upload those leads to Facebook and say my old Zillow leads. And then when you're running an ad, in this case, I got a 15-mile radius of Berkeley, it would also show it to my old Zillow leads. But when you turn on retargeting in our system, it tells us every lead that we capture, that you capture from our system, we're going to create a custom file that's called L2L buyer and seller audience. And all your leads are going to go there. Just every time you capture one, they're going to go there. And Facebook is, and then you can say, and the reason why you want to do that is every time you run an ad, you definitely want to retarget because you want those people to do business with you. And people don't become a lead today and sign a contract with you tomorrow. I know that's what realtors dream. That's what the world is about, but that ain't it. You got a drip campaign on them. You got to stay in front of them, and running ads in front of them is a really smart way because they're seeing, like here, you see it's sponsored by Listings to Leads, but yours is going to be sponsored by the Tracy Remax team, right? And that's, you're building that brand. You captured that lead. You want to stay in front of them until they're ready to do a transaction. And that's what retargeting is. It's incredibly powerful for that, right? So each agent can do that. I would definitely do that at the office level because as you're capturing leads, you're staying in front of those people. And you know that if they responded to one of your tools, they're interested in property. So definitely I want you to make sure that you turn that on. Now, the other thing is we have 25 PDF guides. I'm sorry, 50. 25 for buyers and 25 for sellers. So any agent can log in, and their first step would have been connect their Facebook account. They can go here and say, you know what, I don't have any listings, but I want to talk to sellers. So I'm going to just run an ad on this, right? 12 mistakes to avoid. And all I got to do is type in the name of the town, and I can express that, or I can expand that radius, and I can retarget my leads. But here's another really important thing. If you're running an ad that's looking for sellers, if you're looking for listing leads, you should always click advanced options click create new form and add this form question. What is your time frame to sell? It will add that to the form. Now these three fields, name, email, and phone number, are going to be pre-populated. But this one here, they got to drop down. It's like 1 to 3 months, 3 to 6 months, more than 6 months. Obviously, if you have somebody give your name, email, and phone number and tell you they want to sell in 3 months, somebody needs to get serious about converting that lead, right? Like a lot of touches to get that going. So
now, can they do that just as a post and not an actual ad that they have to pay for?
not PDF guides. Let's go over here and see if there's a way to do that. I don't think you can do that as a post. These are the PDF guides. Well, you can't automatically do this, but I think here, let me just collect it, and you can download it, right? But I don't think you can actually upload a PDF on Facebook. You can.
No.
It goes into like a weird file thing. You can test it, but you can.
I'm just trying to think of it because we normally pay for all the ads for them.
Yes.
I'm just trying to have it where they're posting something on their Facebook, but not having to pay for ads.
Yes. There are other things. When you set up social media auto posting, we can auto post home value posts.
Okay.
New construction post, and that's in the auto posting, and you set up a profile, you can see that you can do those things. But we don't have auto posting for PDFs, right? Because part of it is you can't actually, nobody can create a post and say download it here, right? I mean, Facebook just doesn't even give that to you. What they give you are, you see these things over here, files?
Yes.
You can upload files here. But we upload files, and I can tell you nobody ever goes and looks at these. So it's not something, maybe next year we'll figure out how to do a post where there's a link and you can go there and download it. That would be smart. But we've got a lot of things that we're pushing right now, and that's not one of them.
So let's say I have a brand new agent and it has no listings, no buyers. What's the number one thing that you would recommend that type of agent do?
My recommendation would be to go to listings and borrow a listing right here. And you can say grab a listing. So obviously you're going to need somebody's permission to do that. Zip code, MLS ID, deselect this so that we don't create a YouTube video for it, and then click grab. And then that listing will sit inside this area, just like this. And they can then go, okay, well, I might auto post that listing because I turned on my social media auto posting and I might get a few leads that way. Or I could run an ad, which would cost me money, but that's a number one thing to do if you want more buyers, is to run an ad on a listing that's for sale. Okay. And then you could also take the nearby homeowner and, if you're new, you've got time, typically, not money. You could door knock this, leave it behind. People will respond to that. If you're brand new, you probably don't have a big database, so an e-flyer is not going to help you. But really, I would tell you, use the landing pages and get those letters out that I showed you there for the farm areas. Run an ad for buyers. Running an ad on a listing is the number one way. You could also run ads on PDF guides for buyers or sellers, but again, you're paying for those.
Yeah.
You don't get as many buyers when you run a PDF ad for buyers, right? Buyers respond, where are my ads? They respond to homes that are for sale because inventory is tight, right?
Right.
So that's kind of That's kind of what I would be doing. I will tell you this, even though agents, many may not have a budget and they may not understand Facebook, the Facebook ads is a super powerful way to build your brand and your identity and get leads, right? And so I often tell agents, especially green brand new agents, you do need to have a budget of $200 a month for Facebook. That's like a budget. And you would spread that over 8 ads a month. And that would be one listing ad for $20 every week for 4 days. And either one landing page ad or one PDF report ad. You choose. PDF is a lot easier for $30. So that's $20 plus $30 is $50 a week times 4 weeks is $200. For that, their business page will be seen 15 to 20,000 times, right? Because it's sponsored by. So that's how the brand. But they're also going to collect 100, 200 leads, right? Every month.
Am I able to post those PDF reports to our company page?
Yeah, you can run those ads on the company page, yeah.
And then any leads on that come
to you.
Come back to us? Okay. That's fine.
Yeah. And they're good reports, you know, and you can even, when you click create an ad, if you've got your own report that you can upload it here and run the ad with that too.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, so that's that part. And also obviously if agents are holding an open house for somebody, right? Pull the listing in and I would tell you, you know, a lot of new agents will sit at an open house for an agent that's busy to be there. Grab the listing like I showed you, flip it to open house, just edit it and save the date and time. And then these 5 tools, well, you can't use the seller's tool if you're not the listing agent, but you can get the social media auto post, you can run the ad, you can use the nearby homeowner letter and the e-flyer for your database if you've got it. Right. You could also take these things like the virtual tour and just go share them out on free groups on Facebook, right? And, you know, because as many buyers as you can get, that's better for the agent who's sitting there, right? So that's another thing that a lot of agents will do that are new to the business. So we talked about retargeting. I will tell you this, and this is for more seasoned agents, and also for you at the office level. So I talked to you about custom audiences and retargeting, right? I just mentioned that, and I mentioned that this has been available for agents for years in Facebook, but most agents don't know about it. We have Facebook software in this platform now, and we have made creating an audience incredibly easy. You just click create an audience, and you can create an audience that says our office leads, and you can export all your office leads, put them in an Excel profile or spreadsheet, and upload them here. Okay, and that will, you as an office, I would recommend that you retarget so that you're converting those leads. Does that make sense?
And what information do you need to have on those? Just name and email address?
Name and email, yeah. So right here it says use this format.
Oh, okay.
And it shows you the format: email, number, first name, last name.
Okay.
Right. You may not have their phone number, so that doesn't matter. They're really going to drive off of that, and I would recommend, if you've got a lot of leads somewhere, that you're taking advantage of this.
Yes.
Retargeting helps you convert, right?
Yeah.
Capturing leads, it's going to be exciting for a while, right? You're going to be like, well, we've never had so many leads, but if it doesn't turn into business, what's the point? And retargeting.
And that's targeting them on Facebook, though. It's not like, is it sending them an email?
No, it's when those people in that audience log into their Facebook, they're going to see it right here.
Okay.
That ad, like this is like, I don't know, whatever, some music thing. It's going to show up right in their feed.
Okay.
So that's what it's doing. So it doesn't.
Because we do. So how Remix works is, you know, they ship out leads to agents.
Yes.
But then when an agent leaves a company, we get those leads. They come back to our office.
Okay.
And I have lots of those that, you know, we're trying to figure out what to do with, because we were handing them out to agents, but then I don't know, just got to a point where it was like, okay, we should be doing something with them and controlling it more.
I would recommend doing what I just showed you, create an audience.
Yep.
Right. Because that's, you know, it's staying in front of those people. Obviously, if you put them in a CRM and you drip campaigns are, you know, frankly, they're stale as soon as you turn them on.
They just unsubscribe is what they do.
But if you run an ad, they don't have to, they can look at it and, you know, if they want to respond, they'll respond, but now you reactivated that lead, right? And the point, you know, our best clients will often tell us, like, leads call them and say, I see you all over the internet, Facebook. That's what retargeting can do, right?
That's what we want.
What's that?
That's what we want.
That's what you want. Yeah, you want people to know that you are the professionals in your area, and that's what retargeting can do. So I would definitely be taking advantage of that. Yeah, you know, there are bots over here. I don't get too excited about bots. That's for really techie people who don't.
Yeah.
Follow-ups. We're about to launch follow-ups, and this is going to become stronger and stronger into 2022. And so, like, your CRM may not be awesome, right? We don't even have a way to get our leads in there automatically.
Right.
So I would definitely turn this on for everybody.
Okay.
So when you and when you come here, there's going to be a green button that says join the beta group.
Okay.
This is probably going to be live at the end of this month, December.
Okay.
I would just turn that on, and then we're going to make improvements to that, and then you'll be able to take advantage of the improvements. That's kind of it. That's kind of what I think you should.
Okay. I have a couple people who are, we had a meeting last week in regards to business planning and that, and so you gave them a little taste, told them about how all the leads that Tracy got on her listing. So and I'm like, so it's literally brand new. I just signed up for it. I got to kind of figure out, and then we'll be getting this out to you guys. And I had a couple people contact me and go, hey, I want to be your guinea pig. So
yeah,
they're waiting for me to get them signed up.
Good. Let me show you something here. This is something that we're working on right now, and we want to launch this presentation this month. And for some reason, I don't know if my internet is really slow or what, but it's how you make, you know, and basically what it says is you need to generate leads to get to 250,000, right, in a year. Now, you may not want to make 250,000. Maybe you just want to make 50,000. Maybe you, Kim, want to double the production of every agent. Wouldn't that be nice, right? Yes. So here we talk about leads and what kind of leads and how fast they convert, things like this. And obviously an internet lead is going to convert longer than a farm lead or a lead from your database or something like that. But on page 7, we talk about, you know, your average sales price, and we just put that up there, 300,000. We don't know if that's your average sales price. But on this button right here, and I think I got it, present.
Yep.
If I click on that, let's give it a second. And I will give this to you for you to look at. And this is because if you're having you know, if you're setting people up, it's really a discussion. What am I waiting for here? I got to click through. Okay, I hate it when it does this, but anyway, average close rate is 1%. Now go to the lead calculator. What's this? This is something that we have built. Oh, gosh darn it. Of course we moved it. So let me see if I can find it here. Let's see. Is it calculator? I don't know. I'll find it for you. You basically can put in what's my revenue target for the year?
Mm-hmm.
What is my average sales price in my area?
Mm-hmm.
Right here. And you can say, well, how many leads? Right? And this should get you to a place, right? That you can start to, you know, leads need for one sale. It'll just help you sort of get there. Now, for some reason, we're gonna clean this up a little bit. But let's just change this to 150. How many leads do you currently generate a month? Let's just put 100. And what's your average sales price there? And then we got commission splits and all that stuff there. And I don't know how this is working. In your mix, you need 209 leads a month should look like. And that's for an experienced agent. And the reason why we say that is an experienced agent has a database, right? So they're able to use some of our tools that a new agent, if I click here, will not, right? So the shape of your leads, you're going to get more from social media and then some from your farm, but you don't have a sphere of influence and you don't have a database.
Okay.
So it helps you understand what kind of lead gen you need to get to, including your commission split, to get to the revenue goal that you got. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yep. Yeah, I would love to see that if you can send that to me.
I will. I'll send this to you in an email.
Yeah.
And then it's helpful. And then, you know, this presentation really just goes, it explains more of what our system does, right? But it's really what we're doing is we know how things are at the year end. Everybody's planning for next year, right?
Yep.
So this kind of talks about what you need to think about. And of course, it'll tie it back to how many, what tools do we have available to get those leads, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it is. So I'll send this to you, and then you know how you can get to. I'll send you the calculator as well.
26 days in.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, this guy here's got 490 leads in 26 days, right? I don't know what's going on here. Let me get out of this.
So, okay, well, I will I'm going to start adding a few more agents here and start digging in. So,
Okie doke. I will get this converted and get this recording to you later today.
okay, sounds good.
Okay, Kim.
Appreciate that.
If you have any questions, just
Okay.
email me and I will, jump on the phone or respond as quickly as I can.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Please do go to the support page in your office account and tell them that you have social media auto posting turned on for your office and for your agent, and it's not going to your office.
Okay.
Because then we can see what account this is and we can log into the back and kind of see.
Why that is. So, okay, sounds good.
Thank you, Kim.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. Bye-bye.